I got a lot of things to talk about, guys. Okay. I'm sorry my whole face can't be in here, but I'm driving. But I was just, talking about the married women that I see on Instagram and Facebook, and they be having their bare behind out. Like, I think it's really disrespectful to your husband. But a lot of times these husbands are showing that they don't respect their wives too. Because how can you let your wife, and I don't care if she's making money, how can you let your wife go around and show her behind like that, knowing that it's been women that have done that and been unalived? You don't care about your wife's safety. If something were to go down, you wouldn't be able to protect. A lot of these men out here, they can't even fight. They can't even fight. They out here unaliving people with guns and stuff. They can't even fight. So what makes you think that your man is going to be able to protect you? He ain't got no kind of fighting skill. You got older men out here that will be able to protect you than the young people out here. But the thing about it is to sit there and just because and that's why I tell you, a lot of people have sold their souls to the devil, and it's bad. And I can't stand seeing the people that always talk about Jesus and this, that, and the third, and you practically sitting there spitting in his face when you sit here and you sit there and you worship money, which is a sin, greed. You worship money, and you want people that want to be worshipped. That's also a sin. That's the biggest slap in the face to God that you can ever do, is to act like you're God, to act like everybody should celebrate you. No, everybody should not celebrate you. You should be celebrating God. That's what you should be celebrating, not celebrating these daggone celebrities that don't give two craps about you. Now, do some celebrities care about their fans? Yes, but like we know, it's been trending that Burna Boy really proved that he don't give a crap about fans. He literally said, y'all, that he don't want no broke fans. That's what he said. And to me, like, his demeanor, it comes off to me that he don't care where he came from. When a lot of people, when they get to the top, they treat other people like crap. And that's exactly what he did. Like, he told this lady she was asleep during the concert. I think her and her friend were asleep during the concert. And he stopped the whole concert, not knowing that this lady was grieving over the loss of her kid's father. And some people, I'm like that. Sometimes I would just fall asleep just to listening to the music I like, guys. And that's probably what that lady was doing. She probably just wanted to listen to the music, lay back and relax. I think you should be able to lay back and relax anywhere you're at. At a concert, I should be able to lay back and relax. And if I want to close my eyes like I'm at home and get a home experience, that's what I will do. And you can't tell nobody they can't do. But the thing about him is he didn't have any kind of sympathy. Like, if you see a lot of people, they were showing how Burna Boy treated his fans. Like, he would be kicking them and stuff like that. He would just be doing some crazy stuff. Yeah, the thing about it is he was wrong for telling them to leave, talking about, I'm not going to continue the concert until you take her home. I'm like, dude, really? I don't think you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. So how can you sit there and then come out your mouth talking about you don't want broke fans? That's gonna be that's the majority of people that go to these concerts. That's your best audience, because look, they gonna find any and every way to get that money. Just like those people that were spending their rent money on Beyonce tickets. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, dude, like you didn't have any compassion. I seen a lot of people that actually had compassion for their fans. they will be like, hey, what's going on? Hey, are you alright? Yeah, just been dealing with a lot. Oh, it's okay. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Enjoy the show. And that's all he had to say, but to sit there and stop talking about he ain't gonna continue the concert until he takes her home. I'm like, dude, no kind of compassion. And they showed him though, y'all. They showed him because them ticket sales is looking really low. Okay, those ticket sales are looking a little bit low, Burna Boy. Okay, the ticket sales is looking low. And that's what you had to do. You had to show these people that, hey, you're not gonna talk to me like this. You're not gonna come over here and think you're gonna treat us like we're not nothing. When we're sitting here trying to support you guys, we're sitting here trying to support you guys, trying to collab with you guys, because Chris Brown does a lot of collabing with Afro beats too. And it sounds nice. I'm not even gonna lie, it's hot. I think that's the best thing that the black artists could have done with merging with people of other nationalities like the Nigerians and the Africans and stuff like that, wherever they come from. But what you cannot do is come over here and act like you better than somebody and say you don't want any fans that can't really afford tickets. That's very wrong to say. And then they said he came out with some bull crap apology. No, we don't. I know I don't accept your apology, because you're only doing that because those ticket sales are low. I think we need to keep those ticket sales low until he can really, really see how it's going to impact him. Now, I allegedly heard that Rihanna came out and went in on him, but I didn't really see any like news articles and stuff. I'm gonna have to look up and actually see if that's true, to see if she actually came out, because some people will just lie about certain stuff. But if she did come out and say something about it, I definitely want to hear what she has to say, because I just think that was a low blow, Burna Boy. That was a low blow to sit there and come at people that have been working probably their whole lives, working paycheck to paycheck, and still cannot enjoy to go on vacation, still have not been on vacation, can't enjoy to be on vacation, can't even go to a musical, can't go to a concert. They just been working and working and working their whole lives, and that's probably the way their whole life, unfortunately, will be. But for you to throw shots at somebody that can't really afford to pay those type of prices and can't really afford that type of entertainment, that was wrong of you. That was wrong of you. And I'm glad that you felt it. I'm glad that Houston and everybody else who did that and boycotted stood on business, because that's exactly what needed to be done. Because these people they just can't think that they can come here and sit there and disrespect somebody when we're basically, you know what I'm saying, the ones that are supporting you. We're supporting you guys. Every time we scream your song or we listen to your song or we use your song on a short, you get paid. They get paid. So we're supporting you guys, but you guys got to stop doing the disrespect that you're doing. You got to stop disrespecting us. We already proved to you we're not going to take it with the situation with Tyler. Then you learn from that, Burna Boy. Now Tyler, I like Tyler. So Tyler probably was like, well, let me come out with a nice little song. That new song she got. They say love me and police now. They say love me and police now. They love me and police now. They say love and police. I don't even know what the lady's saying. But I told y'all, you don't have to know what they saying. All you need nowadays, anybody can make it in music. All you need is a hot beat. People don't even need to hear what your lyrics is. As long as your lyrics, as long as your song and the melody match with your lyrics, you got a hit song. You got a hit song. Nobody has to understand what you're saying. I don't know what that lady's saying. All I know is Chanel. Okay? So that's the new thing. That's the new thing. These kids like music that they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? They like music that they don't understand and that the beat is hot. And that's all you need to make a hit. Long as everything everything sounds right, the melody and everything's going together and everything's matching, and it has a rhythm to it, because people look for rhythm too. And you have that part in the song that's repetitive. People like that type of music. Especially when you can use that music for that's a good ringtone. If you can make a song that people can use for the ringtone, that's a hit. Okay? That's a hit. That gets it so you can always eat. Every time somebody downloads your ringtone or your song for a ringtone, that's money. That's called residuals. So hopefully Burna Boy learns his lesson. He might be canceled forever. He might not be canceled forever. But I think this was a good go for him to let him know. Because I'm going to show y'all the video of, it wasn't no people in Houston. It wasn't no people in there. Nobody was in there. Now, he performed the show, but I don't care what nobody say. He probably felt some way. He probably like, dang, it ain't nobody here. Like, I really messed up this time. Yeah, like, I really messed up this time. Yeah, he should definitely apologize. Now, they saying he came out with a crappy apology. I don't know. Was that the apology? When he was like, he didn't want no broke fans? Was that the apology that people were talking about? That it wasn't no apology? I think it might have been. I'm not for sure. But what I do know is they definitely showed out, and they boycotted, and they stood on business like you should. And you gotta let these people know, hey, you disrespect, you won't get no money. Because we already know that ticket sales is everything. Ticket sales is everything for a lot of these artists. Well, damn. Ticket sales is everything for a lot of these artists. You know what I'm saying? Ticket sales is everything. So ticket sales is everything. So if they and the thing about it, guys, on top of that, y'all have to understand that these people are they're millionaires. So their bills are looking a little bit different than ours. Okay, their bills are looking a little bit different than ours. So he has to make that type of money. He has to bring in millions. He has to bring in millions because he's probably living above his means. So that's my take on the whole thing. All we asking is just respect us. Just all we ask. Respect us. You know, we'll support you guys, but what we're not going to do is we're not going to support people that sit there and disrespect us when they get ahead in life, and we sit there and we support you guys, and you sit there and disrespect us like that and say that you don't want no broke fans. Who would say something like that? Beyonce wouldn't even say nothing like that. That's where most of your fans is coming from anyway. So guys, I'll see you guys later. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. And you know what it is. It's T-Tension TV. Peace. where the drama unfolds. Bye.